morning, it's Toby here, back for another video, and in today's video we are going to be hitting some squats. And I don't know if you've noticed on my channel, squats and leg day in general has sort of taken a bit of a back foot. There hasn't been too many videos on it. I have been doing them, just not as intense as I was. I've lost a bit more body fat, my body weight is now down. I'm only about 99 kilos now. I was up at about 108 at my heaviest at competition day. So squats down a bit, we're not getting as heavy. So yeah, this is one of my heavy days. It's not going to be quite as heavy as we're used to on the channel, but it's still going to be pretty decent. And this is a new program I'm running. I've incorporated some different exercises in. It's actually one of the grizzly exercises that I did in the Training Like Grizzly video that is now part of my program. It's the explosive power one, because that's just brilliant. So yeah, thank you guys so much for the support on the explosive power grizzly video, Training Like Grizzly. It was an absolutely incredible video, so much fun to make, and it's been absolutely popping off. You guys have absolutely loved that, so thank you for the support on that. But without further ado, let's jump into the training session. Before we start, I've got a couple more things I want to say, but yeah, let's jump in. So just before we start the workout, I want to remind you guys that Myoband here, the supplement company I'm affiliated to, have released their new Hot Shot pre-workout. It is absolutely amazing. I have now switched, so my whole supplement range is now Myoband, and I just wanted to remind you guys that I do in fact have a promo code for you to use. So if you go to the link in the description below and use code TOBYLIFELY1, which is on screen now, you guys will be able to save 10% on any Myoband product you want, the shaker bottle, the pre-workout, the Oblivion, anything like that. I have used it the entire fitness journey ever since I started, and I absolutely love it. I'm just so glad to be affiliated with that company. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and remember, supplements. But without further ado, let's jump into the squatting session. So that is squats done. I did do a set of 150 for 5 as my top set, but my camera, once again, like it was done a couple times now with the 230 deadlift PR and that thing, it just stopped recording like midway through. So we got about 20 seconds of footage of me putting my wrist wraps on and getting under the bar, but it just stopped recording and didn't capture any of my squats. So I've done 150 in the past for a set of 10, admittedly not brilliant depth, but I've done it for 5 before many times, so I'm not too fussed that it didn't record this time round. But for the purposes of the video, it's a bit annoying, so I won't bother inserting a 150 for 5. It looked pretty much identical to the 130 for 5 warm-up set there. But yeah, usually I'd try and aim up to be around 170 for 5 if I was at my biggest, but I've lost about 10 kg. That means my squat PR's gone from probably about 205, which is where my actual PR is, which I got when I was heavy, probably down to about 180. So if I'm doing by the program, it's a set of 5 squat and 90% of my 1 rep max, and that would make the set of squats that I need to do for 180 to be about 160. Now, as I said, I've had a few weeks off squatting, about a month off squatting. I actually only did it for the first time again last week, so I'm not going to quite push that heavy at the minute. I'm just going to stick with the 150, but it went very well. The depth is looking a lot better. My squat form, I've spent a lot of time doing lighter weights in that sort of month off properly squatting, trying to fix my form, trying to fix my breathing, watch a lot of videos. Shout out to Brian Olsrue. I'll leave a link to his channel in the cards. He's got some incredible videos on technique and breathing and bracing and stuff like that, and that is someone who I've watched for a while and have used to improve my technique. And ever since I've taken some of his squat tips on board, my squat is feeling a lot prettier, it's looking a lot prettier, and it's looking more like a bit more of a professional squat rather than just me muscling the weight up and down. So hopefully once I get back into it more, I can push some heavier weights, especially when I start bulking again, whenever that may be. So yeah, well, now we're going to move on to the trap bar deadlift. I love to do this after squats. It is my absolute favorite. Usually I do it with a low handle and a deficit to mimic a leg press. For this program, I'm just going to do the normal high handles, focus a bit more on the top of the movement, my back strength, because this program is focusing on me continuing to get my deadlift up while also keeping the other lifts about where they are. So I'm going to do it more deadlift focused, but yeah, I'm going to move on to that. It's only light trap bar this week for speed, which means I'm probably going to do it beltless and strapless, work the grip a bit as well, why not? But yeah, we'll catch you in a sec with that. So guys, the trick with the trap bar deadlift is if you've just done a heavy squat, which I have, you've seen, heavy for me anyway, is you don't want to do 2 super heavy movements in a row, because that means the second one is not going to be to your best, because obviously you've just spent a load of energy doing squats or whatever other movement. So what I like to do is I like to alternate which weeks I do heavy and explosive. So next week, for instance, I'll do explosive squats and heavy trap bar deadlift, whereas this week I'm following up the heavy squats with explosive trap bar deadlift. And the point is here is it's not explosive as in you're bouncing the weight, you're rushing through every rep as quickly as possible. It is explosive as in you take your time each rep, but you put as much power into the floor as you can to explode it up to the top. So it's lighter weights, but you're really working your explosivity, whatever the word is. But yeah, I know you can't see the top half of me, but it's fine. But yeah, what you want to do is, I like to do it beltless and strapless, because then you don't have to worry about strapping in and wasting, but I like to get my air at the top, go down, explode back up, and just do the reps like that. So let's get into it. There you go, 10 reps, nice and explosive off the floor, really controlled. That's obviously just a warm-up weight. We're now going to up the weight, we're going to do it a bit heavier, a bit more explosively, get some chalk on my hands. You know the drill, I'm going to stop talking, let's do this. So trap bar deadlifts all done. As you can see, weren't too difficult at all. I wasn't struggling that much, but believe me, my hamstrings and my glutes while doing them were just getting more and more fatigued. I could feel the lactic acid building up. So where I didn't look that struggling, like I didn't struggle to get the weight up at all, by the last set of 10, my hamstrings and glutes were almost out of action, so that's good. Going to take about 5-10 minutes rest now, and then we're going to move on to the next exercise of the workout, which is the explosive power bar on your back jumping off a bench thing that Grizzly does. So it's like a box jump mixed with a squat jump while weighted, and yeah, it's brutal. It really does absolutely roast your legs off, and I think it's what gave me my horrible leg DOMs after last week's leg day. So brilliant exercise. I love doing them. Going to do them with 90 kilos, which should be good, but first things first, I'm going to give myself a little bit of a rest. I am going to wear a belt for this next one, because that is more than enough core work for me. That absolutely roasted my core. Trap bar deadlifts without a belt are by far the least flattering exercise, I think, because your belly swells up because you fill it with air. You look pregnant, you look really fat, you look like you have a massive power belly, but that's Strongman, we love it. With a belt, it conceals it a bit, but oh well. We're getting leaner, so it's all right. But yeah, I'm going to take this trap bar apart, set up the box jump, and we'll join you back with explosive power. This is a lovely angle, isn't it? A bit bizarre. Oh well. Explosive power. I only filmed the one set of that, I've already done 2. I don't think you needed to see all 3. But my goodness, they're so tough. They're so tough. Right. Let's talk. Hopefully my breath back is enough. Right. Lighting's a bit crap here actually. I'll switch it around, get under the lamp, and I'll talk to you then. Alright, so session pretty much done. I say pretty much, but the last thing I do in the sessions, if you really want to know, is I do some body weight stuff right at the end of every single session. So no matter what body part I'm working, I always end with a body weight exercise because they're really good to keep up with. And if you're gaining weight, it's a good way to progress. If you're losing weight, it's a good way to maintain. So what I'm saying is, the last exercise I do is cannonball body weight squats, which is heel to heel, super low, super quick, and I do as many of them as I can for 3 sets of however many. So yeah, so that's the end. Again, I'm not going to show you guys that. It's a bit boring, doesn't make for great content, just me squatting on my own, no bar, nothing. Same with the explosive power, it's a lightweight, it's me jumping up and down. You can see 1 set, you can see 1,000. So yeah, the last 2 exercises I like to keep short because they're just accessory, and I'll show you guys the main 2 that I always do. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. As you can see, I'm looking a bit leaner. As you can see, I am looking pretty nice. I'm down now to 99.2 kilos as of this morning. I want to get down to 95. My body fat percentage, according to my scales, has dropped from a max of about 22% down now to about 18.5. So I don't know how accurate that is. Probably not very, but I'm using it. I want to get that down as well, obviously. So yeah, glad to see that my strength is remaining pretty much. Like the squat's gone down a bit, but my pressing's actually gone up, and my deadlifts remain pretty much the exact same. So very happy with all that. A few things I want to say is massive thank you on the support on the Training Like Kyriakos Grizzly video. In just 2 weeks, it's almost got 500 views, which for me is massive. It's like 10 times what I usually get. So if you haven't somehow already checked that out, that will again be up in the cards of this video for you to check out. Also, remember to use the link in the description and my code to get 10% off supplements. They are really good supplements. I've used them the whole time I've been training, and this is coming up now as 2 years of me training. It'll be 2 years of me focusing on training in March time, like March, April. So we're about a year and a half, a year and 3/4 through me training. So I've made pretty good progress, and that's pretty much down to the Myoband supplements and hard work, of course. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the video, please leave a like and comment down below any other video you want to see. I've got a couple in the pipeline that should be pretty good. But if you want to see just more training sessions, if you want to see music to the montages, no music, just anything you can think that I can change about the videos. Obviously, we're working in a very small room, so the camera angles can be a bit funky sometimes, cutting off parts of my body. I try and show you the best angles that I can with the best lighting. I'm very, very fortunate to be able to have a home gym, but it is quite small right now. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, if you've made it this far to the video and you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe. I don't really post massively, once a week if I can, and it shouldn't fill up your sub boxes too much. And I'm a smaller channel, so I'd appreciate the help. And of course, look out for bigger videos on the way. Every video I make, I'm improving. I'm getting more tips from you guys. I'm experimenting with different things, finding out what works. So the videos are only going to get better. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.